Hey y'all, welcome to Niblock Can Cook. And today we're going to talk about Niblock Noodle. Hello, I'm Greg Niblock, attorney at law, and most of you folks know me as the guy hitting the reset button on folks' bills through bankruptcy, or maybe hitting the reset button on the insurance company if somebody gets injured in a wreck, or Lord forbid is involved in a wrongful death situation. Social Security disability, hitting the reset button on the government, or hitting the reset button on the government if you got a tax problem and we need to do tax resolution. But hey, today I want to talk to you about Niblock Noodle. And this dish comes from my grandmother, Nellie Wolfe Niblock. She was from, the Midwest and came down here to Arkansas and married my grandfather, John Niblock. I remember anytime we came together for a big meal when my cousins from Fayetteville would come down, she always fixed this noodle dish and everybody loved it. So that tradition is sort of carried on. Well, before my grandma Nellie Niblock passed away, my mom got the recipe and she sort of kept it going. But my mom, she had kidney disease and passed away at a young age of like 62. And I took that up and have loved making it anytime we had a potluck or anytime we had Thanksgiving, and sometimes for Christmas too. The family would ask me to make that. So I was always happy to do that. So today we're going to talk about Niblock Noodle and Niblock Can Cook. So let's get to it. All right, so let's start off with introducing our ingredients for the Niblock Noodle. And first off, we're going to have some good old rigatoni, and it's a 16-ounce, a 1-pound box of it, of rigatoni, whatever brand you prefer. Then we're going to have some stewed whole tomatoes. Of course, I like the red gold because it's non-GMO organic, right? Hallelujah for that. So we got the peeled stewed tomatoes, and both of them are like 14, 15 ounce. There's two of them we need. Then we're going to need a couple of teaspoons of chili powder. I've got the McCormick chili powder here. Then we got some medium yellow onions. Now, I do like oniony things, so I got a big one here and a couple of other ones, and we'll just see how things go. Then next we're going to have, I'm going to have to go over here, get into the kitchen, or into the refrigerator. Got a little bit of butter, and we're going to have some minced garlic and some Colby Jack Monterey cheese. Woo! This is the good stuff here. It's 2 pounds worth. But anyway, and this is just Spice World squeezed garlic, and we'll put some of that in there. Also, a small can of evaporated milk. I got the Nestle Carnation kind, and it's just a real small one. What is that? 5 ounce. That's all your ingredients, and all this stuff cost 11 bucks at Wally World. Okay, now what equipment we need is going to be this pot right here, 6 quart pot, and I've already got it going because it's already rolling here. It's already boiling. That's cool. Then we've got a sauce pot, 3 quart size. We're going to have a strainer to strain our noodles here in a minute. Of course, you got to open them cans, and you got to stir the pot, and you got to cut the onions, and we got this handy dandy the vegetable chopper. Man, you plug that thing in and it will whiz bang it, make it minced if you want it. Oh, and don't forget the casserole pan. Now, don't tell my wife that I'm using this, because this is her favorite one we've had for years and years and years. It is a stone casserole pan, and I think it's perfect. If you don't have one of these, you ought to get you one of these right here. Start off, how we make all this come together is we put the water on the boil, and I like to put a little bit of butter up in it. So I'm going to cut a little bit of butter and put that up in there. Now we're going to put, since the water's rolling, put our rigatoni in there. Just dump it in. Be careful, don't burn yourself, right? That'd be crazy. Then you have to hire your lawyer or something, I don't know. We are going to start with our slurry. And that's going to be a combination of the tomatoes, the garlic, the chili powder, and the onions. So first step is we're gonna open up these here cans. So we're just gonna dump that right in there. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm taking these stewed tomatoes and I'm crushing them up with my hands. I think that makes it taste better. I don't know, it's kind of like my grandma thought that those 6.5 ounce Cokes in the glass tasted better than the big ones. All right, as you can see, the noodles are rolling. And we ought to stir it up a little bit. And they don't have to be overdone, because what's going to happen is all this stuff is going to come together and you'll put it in the oven and cook it even more. Going to go ahead and put some garlic in there, and I kind of like garlic. So there's just some garlic in there. Here's some chili powder. Now, if you're going by the recipe, and by the way, you can get the recipe from our Facebook page, Niblock and Associates Facebook page. It says we're gonna put, let's see how much, 2 teaspoons of chili powder up in there. And there you go, maybe a little more, you know. Next thing is we've gotta chop up the onions. We'll get him all ready to go. All right, so we're gonna plug up our little whiz bang of a vegetable chopper. Put some of these things in there. Y'all ready for this? And of course, you don't have to chop it up that fine. You can chop it any way you want it. Okay, so we're just gonna let this go for a bit. And what you do is you wait for the onions to turn iridescent, an iridescent color, and that'll tell us that it's cooked enough. Woo, our noodles are getting very, very close. After the slurry is kind of made and the onions are done the way they ought to be, we will put a pound worth of cheese in that, and then put this 5 ounces of evaporated milk in there and stir it around, make sure it's all good and melty. What we're going to do now is test the noodles to see how they're doing, because they're looking like they're about done. There's Emma. She's always ready for somebody to drop something. That's right, Dad. You ain't been doing me right. You got to drop something for me to have. We're going to take this carefully, quite carefully, because it is quite hot, and we are going to strain the water off. Nice. Boy, that's some hot stuff. And we're going to throw them right in here. So those are going to stand there for a minute. And now we will give attention to the slurry. I think that's what you call it. You know, I'm not a professional cook, but hey, I do like to. We'll go ahead and open up this 2-pound bag of Colby Monterey Jack cheese. It's already been shredded. What I'm going to do is, there's lots of heat in there already, so I'm going to turn it off, and it's still going to bubble. And what I'm going to do is take my cheese, and I'm going to estimate, you know, half, because it doesn't have to be precise. And then, just so it'll remain kind of liquidy, but yet creamy and delicious, we'll put that evaporated milk in there. Tell me, how could this not be good? Woo! We're going to take it, and it's going in them noodles. That's where it's going. Check it out. Check it out. Kind of make it get in with all those noodles. Let it all get inside them and all that good stuff. Woo! Man. But now comes how to make it better. It's called Moore's Law. Moore's Law. Have you heard of Moore's Law? It's very simple. More's better. More cheese is better. Anybody argue with that? And we just put that around there. put it around, put it around. Voila, as the French would say. There is Niblock noodle. The oven should be set at about, what, 350? Around 350, because the only thing you need to do at this point, everything's cooked. It's just a matter of bringing it together and letting it bubble through and heat all the way through so that that cheese can melt out and all that slurry can get inside those noodles, and when you take a bite of it, it's all in there. Oh, and it's like, oh, it's like your mama good. All right, so our dish is completely done, and you can see that the cheese is melting a little bit. Isn't that? Oh man, that's looking fabulous. And if, like I was saying, if we were gonna take this to church tomorrow, you know, today is Saturday, you did it during the day Saturday, you would get your aluminum foil and just, you know, cover it up. And that's real simple. So just cover that sucker up. And if you were, like I said, gonna have it for potluck Sunday tomorrow, you just let it cool a little bit and put it in your oven. But for today, we're gonna act like we're gonna eat it today, which I'm gonna have some of it. So I think, particularly if you're gonna take it to church tomorrow or for a potluck and eat it tomorrow and you're putting it in the refrigerator, you gotta put some aluminum foil on it. And when you take it out of the oven, just go ahead and we're gonna put it over here in the oven, and I've got it on bake, and then I hit 325 because this is a convection oven, and 325 correlates to 350 of a regular oven. So you can see that I've already set it up and it's heating up right now. So I'm gonna put this thing in here. And you know, if it came out of your refrigerator and it was cold through and through, it'll take a little time for it to heat up. And what you want to see is, you want to see the everything bubbling in there, all the slurry bubbling and the cheese and stuff all melting out, and everything to be hot through and through. So the critical thing is to make sure that the center of it is hot. But the way it is right now, it's already warm, and we're just going to go ahead and allow the oven to bake it through. And at some point, I'll come back and I'll take that aluminum foil cover off so that it'll brown just a tiny bit over the top, and it makes it look nice. So we're going to let this thing cook for a bit, and we'll be back to see you for some slap your mama good Niblock noodle. I promise you're going to love it. It's about time to see what it looks like when it's all together. I smell it. It smells fabulous, all right? So what we're going to do is we are going to take it out and see what it looks like. Y'all ready for this? Oh man. Oh man, you hear it? You hear it bubbling? We know that this is ready. It's ready to rock. I'm going to take it out, man. It's like burning hot, so I don't want to trip over anything. Okay, so we ready? We're going to unveil it. Whoo, wait! Look at that! Look at that! Incredible! All right, we'll get that in a minute. So you see the nice brownness of it a little bit. We got close to going over what we should have cooked it. You don't have to have it as brown on the side, but some folks like the crusty part on the side. But so let's just see how it looks. Are you ready? Man. Oops. Yes, sir. It is really hot. I'm going to take a bite of it. Woo, it's hot. Man. And this stuff is kind of like spaghetti. And if you're like me, spaghetti gets better even the next day. So this stuff, it's fabulous right now. It is. I deem it slap your mama good. Alright, so if y'all think you would like this, just go to our Facebook page at Niblock and Associates, and the recipe is there. And You know, if we can ever be of assistance to you in a legal way, we do bankruptcy, personal injury, wrongful death, Social Security disability, and tax resolution. So if we can ever be of assistance there, please give us a call. The number to call is up on the screen now. And of course, you can always just check out our website at www.nibblocklaw.com. And if we can ever be of assistance, just let us know. Give us a call. If you have friends or family that have any sort of legal need, just tell them to give old brother Greg's office a call, and we'll do our best to help you out. But more importantly, I hope that this will be a blessing to you and your family. It will be something that you can, make your own kind of traditions with. Maybe this would be part of it. You say, that crazy lawyer, the reset button man, gave this recipe to me, and it slapped your mama good. Y'all have a great day. God bless you.